It's not showing up. I don't know if it worked. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, because it's like such a random time on a weekday, kind of late, I'm really going to wait for people to get in here. If they do, then that's awesome. But I'm using this as basically a video for, tomorrow. So, if you're not watching this live, the time that you are probably watching this, the Premier Series race in Talladega is finally up after quite a while. It's been a couple weeks. And I'm not going to get into why I took the time off, but I do want to say, did that stream just crash on me, bro? I don't know, it looks good still. I don't know why I said that. Anyways, it's pretty clear that the LCQs have made a lot of people, including myself, a lot less interested in BORA. They're not really fun to watch. They kind of like ruin the series because a lot of good teams that should be contending for the championship, or people that got guaranteed rides, are only in half the race eligible for the championship because there's no chase or playoff. So you miss one race, you're likely done. You miss 2 races, I mean, good luck finishing top 10 in points. You know what I mean? So that's why before the season started, I didn't want there to be LCQs. I even said there wasn't going to be, but then we decided to close the Traxxas Truck Series down for a year or two, just because the views were down. It was kind of similar to everything else, and it took up a lot of time for no reason. We were doing LCQs in that as well, and it wasn't very interesting. So I kind of have a solution. It's going to take place halfway through the season, so I don't know how into it people will be, but I want to know what you guys think about possibly, for the rest of the season, implementing an ARCA series. It's basically the same style car that Amateur and Premier use, so I can literally just move your car from whatever series you're in to the ARCA series. So that way, there's 42 cars in both Amateur and Premier, and we'll probably add a couple more for signups, so that way people can get in an ARCA, so it's not like, 20 cars. And you can compete for a championship. Like, if you're below 30th in points in Premier right now, or Amateur, I mean, what's the point in even watching? You probably missed a couple races. You can't really compete for a championship because you're so far behind. But this way, those who kind of got screwed by the LCQ system that I'm not a fan of, and I know you're not a fan of, can compete for a championship in your own series. So that way, the rest of the BORA season is worth watching for you and, for anybody else. I'm stuck. Okay. So I don't know how you guys feel about that. It wouldn't be like a full 20 race season. I would probably start it around race 10 for Amateur and Premier and just have it be a 10 race season. And honestly, I was planning on doing an Amateur or an ARCA series next season. Probably not with the same mod. I wanted to change the body style up for ARCA, but have like old teams and teams that wouldn't really make sense in Amateur and Cup anyways. So I could just get a head start on it. That's how I did the first season, I guess the second season of Amateur, first season of Trucks, back in like Premier Season 5 or Season 4. I think it was Season 4. It was like an 8-race season. It started during the Premier Series chase. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of that. Let me just repeat it one more time, just in case I was confusing. So, anyone is able to partake in this, but if you do, you're giving up your position in Premier and Amateur for the rest of the season. You're still eligible to go back to Premier next season because the LCQ system kind of screwed everyone. Basically, like Nick Ventura just commented, thanks to the LCQ at Talladega a couple weeks ago, which the race is going up tomorrow, he missed the show because he finished 8th. He's not having a good season. He's worse than 35th in points, obviously. He could, with the blessing of his car owner, because he doesn't race for like a traditional team, races for a subscriber-owned team. So that'd kind of be like Amy Ashley's decision. Or he owns a team, an Amateur. He could just own his own ARCA team as well. He could just give up on the Premier Series points and go for ARCA. Or anyone else, for that matter. Even if you're like second in points, if you'd want to do that for whatever reason, I'm not going to stop you. I would imagine you wouldn't do that though, but anyone less than 30th in points, I would honestly not be surprised if they were like, yo, let me just go for ARCA instead. Or Amateur as well. So, I think that's going to be it. I think you guys think. If you have any suggestions to make it easier, let me know. And if enough people decide to go to ARCA, I might have to do like a replacement signups for like amateur or premier, or move some people up. I don't know how I would do that, because I don't really want to run less than 42 cars. Like I wouldn't want to run. I wouldn't want to run less than like 35 cars in each series. But if there's too little, I might have to like have like a replacement, like an expansion draft or something. I don't know how I would do that. So that's basically gonna be it. I'm excited for you guys to see the Premier Series race tomorrow. It's already been recorded and edited. It's already scheduled for the upload, and it's a pretty fun one. It's Talladega. It's hard to have a bad Talladega race, but this one, in my opinion, is not. So, it's great to be back. Hope you guys like the idea. Let me know, either in the comments, tweet me at it, or tweet me it, or do whatever. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. Now the awkward part of ending a stream when, you know, it takes fucking